Okay, what's going on, everybody? Yuki Fine for you, and I'm here with some more YGOPro replays. Last time we did the Hermit Yokai. This time we're going to do some rock stunt. We got versus Herald, Naturia, and Very Bad Stunt. I think we'll start off with the Herald. Actually, let's get the lengthy one out the way first. Can I get the lengthy one out the way first, so that way we can kind of finish it off with some interesting stuff, such as versus Herald and Naturia. Because this duel right here is not really the most interesting duel, but it kind of showcases what that can actually do, kind of stun the opponent a little bit, and how other stun decks, such as this, doesn't really affect this deck all too much. So my opponent is playing a very, very slow stun burn deck with Wave Motion Cannon, Zombie World, and the Nubian Arret Tusado. But I'm going to go ahead and wall, get rid of the Wave Motion Cannon because I don't want that on the field. I don't mind the Zombie World too much. Sure, it does hurt Black Golem, but Black Golem won't be able to do anything anyway because of Seal Vorticalcos, which I do like to have in the deck anyway. Even though it can sort of hurt Black Golem to an extent, but it does make my 1900 attack power monsters into 2400 basics that can negate things, so that's always nice there. And I don't know why you switch the thing to attack mode, considering that I'm playing a stun deck. You know what I'm playing, and you know I can run over that thing. Sunlimit isn't going to do jack shit to me, and I'm not specialing monsters, and I can't even do that anyway because Zombie World has cock block Black Golem to begin with, so it didn't really matter in the long run. But he's going to reveal the Marshmallow, so I'm going to get 1000 points of damage, and the duel is pretty much going to be pretty lengthy of just pretty much us drawing and ending turn, drawing, ending turn, drawing, ending turn. So while that's going on, I kind of want to talk about a picture I saw on Facebook. Some of the YouTube groups I actually belong into on my personal Facebook page. And one of them had a picture of a guy on DN who, by the looks of it, was playing Hat. I don't remember what his opponent was playing, but I know the guy was playing Hat. And what ended up happening was the Hat player used Poly Duality, and by the looks of the picture, it looked like he attempted to special summon after Duality had already went off on the same turn. Now, we all know you can't do that, but the guy did come back and say, I'm sorry, I kind of forgot for a second that you couldn't do that, which is understandable, because we're going to forget things as players, with all the complex and all the rulings we have to learn throughout, the game to be good at the game. We're going to forget simple and basic rulings. So, but his opponent made a big deal out of it, it's like, no one make mistakes, like he's never made a mistake, no, you're not allowed to make simple mistakes in a game that has so many things you have to remember. I know the brain and the mind can store a shit ton of information, it has a lot of store space in there, but regardless of how much memory you can store into your mind, you're still going to forget things, because you're going to derp and forget. It happens, we're human, we're going to forget things. But his opponent makes a big deal of it and basically states that, there's no admins on, and we have scrubs like you can't remember basic stuff from the game. Now, again, like I said, the guy apologized and said, I'm sorry, and he took the play back. Which for me would be fine. I didn't. If the guy took the play back and apologized, I wouldn't mind. I'm like, okay, that's okay. Mistakes happen. As long as we understand. And if the guy argued and fought like, no, I could do this, I could do all of this, then being mad and upset would, wouldn't be that big of a deal. But it's so stupid. Like, people who make a big deal of everything is just so pathetically dumb. It's so retarded, and it's one of the reasons why I just don't like DN, because some people there just you can't make mistakes. You're not allowed to make any mistakes at all. It's just really stupid. But, if you find someone like that, and they can make a big deal of a simple mistake, just fucking quit the duel. Just do it. Who cares? A win is not worth having to listen to that. It really is, in my opinion. So, yeah, it's just type of people. And I'm just realizing how long this fucking duel actually ended up. It's been a while since we've seen this replay, so this duel was going for a lot longer, and I kind of ran out of what I want to talk about. I guess I could talk about the Ebola incident that's been going around the United States and across the world. People are freaking the fuck out of Ebola. It is ridiculous. Oh yeah. Koa'ki, I use Wall's effect because I can! I don't care! I knew it wouldn't work. People are like, it didn't work, because you should have known it wouldn't work. I know it didn't work. I know it wouldn't have worked, but I never shits and giggles. But people are freaking over about Ebola, and it's just so pathetically stupid in my opinion. I get it, Ebola is a deadly disease. Yeah, I get it. But it comes to especially United States standards, there are things that kill people more over here than Ebola would ever dream of. First off, obesity kills more people. Alcoholism, drugs, murders in general. Like, you have a lot of things in general that kill people more in the United States or across the world than what Ebola would do. And plus, the only way you can catch Ebola is if you decide to start eating someone's shit or drinking their piss or decide to become a vampire, like become Count Dracula and start drinking their blood. But it's really dumb that people it's not a major outbreak. They have it contained. Yes, there's a doctor or a nurse. I can't remember which one, but it's sort of the same thing. That has been confirmed to have Ebola. But that person was there, in a sense, treating or helping out the person who came from Liberia who already was infected with Ebola. And no matter how much preparation or precaution you have for any form of disease, there's still that probability that you're going to catch the disease. And it's just how it goes. You cannot 100% protect yourself from any disease. And it was going to happen. There was going to be I was hoping that none of the doctors would catch it or none of the nurses would catch it, but there's still that small chance, no matter how much protection you have, that you're going to get sick with that disease. So, but I don't see there's a point in freaking out over the whole Ebola case because of the fact that, it's just one state, and it's only been 2 confirmed cases. Don't worry. Don't worry. And also, I've heard the argument of it can survive in water. Yeah, it can survive in water, but are you really going to be drinking water from a river or a lake in the United States? Seriously? No. You're not going to be doing that. I'm sorry. Unless you want to be Bear Grylls and start trying to drink someone's piss or drinking out of the wilderness, then you're fine from Ebola. Trust me, you're fine. Don't worry. But anyway, enough of, oh my god, Ebola's going to kill us all. Enough of that shit. So, we're down with the other duel. My god, that lasted longer than I thought it would have been. So, reversing Harold, and I promise these 2 other duels are much more faster than the Bats versus Bats stun. Because Harold's not going to last too long because I got Macrocosmos and I have shit to contend with it. So, my opponent has to transmodify. Now, he could have used it, but he wanted to basically try and wait until he actually had a play, which is a good move in his part. To wait until he actually had a play that got the ritual to summon up his Herald, in order to basically bait out my wall with Transmodify, and they go for the advanced ritual art, or for the other ritual card, to go for his level 12 ritual monster, and basically time to stun my deck with, his deck. But this is where he goes to play, goes to Transmodify. I am going to, in a sense, walk into it. Here I was hoping he didn't have the MSD. Then he goes to Advanced Virtual Art. I'm Chain Macrocosmos, so now all of his shit gets banished instead of going to the graveyard. Summon this up as a Glorious Light, and I can pulse it. Now, the cool thing about Glorious Light is, of the Herald cards, my mouse, if it will click on pause, thank you, is the fact that the cards, the fairies, have to be sent from the hand to the graveyard in order for the effects to activate. And since his monsters are going to be banished into the graveyard, he won't be able to use the effect of his Herald Glorious Light, or the Ultimate Herald, as it's probably been called. So that is one way to shorten a Herald's day. If you have the Macrocosmos, chain it to Advanced Ritual Art or the ritual card, and they can't do jack shit about it unless they have the MST. So now he surrendered because he knows he pretty much lost, and that's how you shit on Heralds, guys. Finally, is versus Naturia, and this one is sort of lengthy, but not as long, nowhere near as long, in my opinion, as the versus the Bat Stun deck. As far as I can remember, like I said, it's been a while, been a couple of days since I've seen these replays, and I'm gonna get more. Actually, Percy is actually trying to update, but I have denied it because sometimes when I update, this also happens on DevPro, at least for me sometimes, is if I update it, or when it gets updated, sometimes the replays just kind of crash and don't really work. So I want to get these replays out to you guys before I update that. And I have other decks I'm going to be showing off, like I have updated my Go-Go Zombie deck, and I kind of like the way it's going right now, which of course I haven't fully tested it because I kind of just did it I think yesterday, and I don't really want to go online until I update everything. So I've only been doing against the AI. But I will update it tomorrow because I'm gonna. And it says binge record all these duels in one sitting. So Fontanana says screw you, Barkion. I don't know why. Barkion in a sense is a good move to play against a Roxanne deck, but unlucky for him, I play Fontanina. So Duality goes for Convulse, the Warning, and the Fontanina. I believe I go for Warning, yes I do. Summon Overdose, and attack for 1500 points of damage. Now, he had the Mirror Force, the Finishing, and the Compulse. And no Sandman. I don't know why he just didn't go ahead and activate one of those 3 cards to shit on my life with the koa'ki Mirror Overdose. Anyway, he sets his Cliff in this turn. Oh well. But I do get the Diamond Core koa'ki Mirror. I'm going to activate that and get the Sandman to mana. Now, I could have actually just done to banish the Iron Core, and it wouldn't have mattered with the Mirror Force because it wouldn't have been the short anyway. But I said it's going to use Sandman's effect to pretty much get rid of that, so that way he does have... And it worked out in the end because now he's Death Phoenix Shane on the field. Can't do anything about that. Cliff's effect, I chain Warning to negate that, so he doesn't get special summon, and he is done with entering the Cliffs. He has no more. He just went through all of them. So now he doesn't have his giant rat anymore. So he does top deck the Naturic Cosmo Bead, which he could have just said. I don't know why he didn't. I thought it was kind of weird the fact that he set the Cosmo Bead. But I'm going to summon my Black Golem. Cosmo Bead summons itself. And then Black Golem effect activates, summoning 2 koa'ki Mirror Sandmans. So I have some trap negations. Now, sad part is I can't really use the effect of Sandman this turn. So, because of Black Golem's effect. And he's going to post one of my Sandmans back, which I'm okay with that. And he could have Magic Cylindered my Sandman. Like, why didn't you? Like, seriously. Like, that would have been a good play, because you would have... I would have lost 1,500 instead of you, and I would have been in less than life points still. Like, greater less than life points than he would have been. So, I don't know why he didn't do that. I thought it was pretty weird. But I'm going to summon on my koa'ki Mirror Wall to protect me from spell cards, and I'm just going to attack 1,500 across the board. He's going to MST hitting my my Torrential, which I don't really care about, because I'd rather lose a Torrential thing. I'd rather lose my Torrential to MST than get Dark Order or YGOPro, you know, something like that. So, my phase 2, I'm going to overlay into the koa'ki Cowboy, and he surrenders something he can't really win. Now, the reason I kept the Sandman on the board instead of the Wall is because that way if he had like a Treasure Tribute or something like that, or a Bottomless, I could have negated that with the Sandman and protect the Cowboy and then go for game with the Cowboy Burn. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the Roxanne Duels. Definitely to come soon. I don't know what I'll be doing next, but of course we'll find that out in the next video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!